Hey guys, welcome to SpongeBob 36. Today, I'm gonna give away my credit card number. Today, I'm gonna give away, nothing. Today, I'm gonna give away my fucking config, because I feel like it. No. If anyone has no, I'm drunk. So yeah, I turned 21 and I've been celebrating that quite well. Anyways, seriously, shut the fuck up, spy. Shut up, French man. This is Italian. Shut up, French. This is not French either. Seriously, I want to make a little guide about configs and just how to set up Team Fortress 2 in a way that it will play nice and smooth and you won't have to care about anything. So, yeah, in order to do that, you need a config. So, yeah, you want to, no one needs a fucking doctor, bitch. My big-ass middle finger keeps pressing the E key when it should be pressing this key. I will say we should start off with, before getting into configs, I want to make a little update to my sensitivity video. So, let's go over to the Sentry room. Yeah, we're not gonna activate it because that's bullshit, okay? We're not gonna do bullshit like activating the bullshit ass Sentry room. So we're just gonna put a bullet in the wall, and you'll see where it's going in a second. We're gonna have sensitivity first. So basically, for sensitivity, I do agree with what I said like fucking 3 years ago at this point. What was it? It was a while ago, but like. I was saying in this exact area, just playing as Spy, just being like, yo, you gotta make a sensitivity that's good for you. And then I was like, yeah, like you should. Did I agree to my own? Yeah, I did. What I want to talk about is like, yes, I agree with being able to do 180s comfortably and being able to look around while also balancing being able to aim precisely. Like, for example, if you have a ridiculously high sensitivity, like, if I, like, I don't know, let's double the sense. Like, you can see as I track this, it's shaking all over the place. Because the sense is shit. The sense is too fucking high. So, this can't be the case. So, we gotta put it to, like, 0. I can't move the mouse! Okay, you're welcome. My camera looks like this for the rest of the video. Enjoy. Seriously, I'm gonna put it back to my regular sense. There we go. But yeah, so like, but the only thing I want to update is the actual sensitivity test that I talked about. I mean, the thing that Impulsive, that CS 1.6 player came up with, where you like average out your sensitivity, where you average out, like you have a starting sensitivity, you half that, and then you double that, and then you see which of the lowest or highest is better, and then to start, if you like the lower one better, you like it's a crazy process, but like I don't have to go through it here. You can check that video if you want to see the whole process, but like so. But like I will say that like that process I will say is definitely a little tedious, and I myself have been guilty of falling into the trap of like, oh no, if I'm not happy with the sensitivity I have right now, I gotta keep doing this test until I get until I get something that feels good. Yeah. Don't do that, please. Please don't do that. Please don't waste your time like I did. So like seriously, like because seriously, like averaging out numbers like boxes you into to that margin. Like you can't go above or below that. But what if your perfect sensitivity is above or below that, and it just happens to be where your starting sensitivity started? You know, like that's a problem I ran into with this kind of test. I think you can also say the same for like the PSA method, like that IOStux talks about, that IOStux made. Like, it's very similar to this is like the classic version of it, but like, yeah. I will say, I like to do I tried out the much more simplistic version of this, and I will say it works wonders, like, cause it's super simple, it uses the same kind of technique, just like tracking a dot, like, from a little distance. You can try from close and far away, it doesn't matter, but like, like, I like to do it, like, at a okay distance, like around where I'd be tracking most people, especially in Team Fortress 2, because I feel like everything's kind of like pretty like, oh, hello there, you know? So like, it's very up close and personal. What I want to talk about is, like pretty much just start out with like, you can literally just, you don't need a starting sensitivity. Just start with the sensitivity that you're using right now. And now try to track this dot. And now, what you're looking for, so let's say if let's say my sensitivity is too high. So if I put 2.5, so if you feel your hand clenching and tensing up, and you find that your crosshair is overcompensating for it, because you can see that my crosshair is going too far forward from the crosshair. Like, that means the sensitivity is too high. Where, inversely, if I go to 1.5 and make it too low, so you can see that this sensitivity is undercompensating. This one is going too slow. This one isn't keeping up with the dot fast enough. So, you want to have a so my perfect one has been 2. I think when I used the actual sensitivity test like 3 years ago, like I think I found it was 2.2 for me, but I minus 0.2 now. Ironically enough, 2 at 800 DPI is like the first sensitivity I ever, the first ever custom setting I ever used, which is kind of, I think it was from like this simple sensitivity guide where this guy was just like, you should be able to turn your mouse pad like a full 360, you know, like on your mouse pad. Like, you should go from one end of your mouse pad to the other end of the mouse pad and do a full 360. And I think I had like a small like Razer, what the hell is it called? It was from 2018, I know that. The Firefly, that's it. Let's see, how big's the Firefly? So, but the Firefly like is like a medium-sized mouse pad. So, and then I did a full 360 on that, and it turned out to be 4 at 400 DPI. Which is the same as 2 at 800 DPI. And then and then it's so weird that today that happens to be the sensitivity I track best with. It's so weird. But yeah. Do I have anything else to say about sensitivity? No. I gotta go to the bathroom. Hold on a second. Shit. Oh my god. Okay, so now that we took a little pee break, let's actually get into, let's get out of this fucking Sentry room, because I hate it. I hate, actually, I don't hate it. It's cool, but, like, it's boring, okay? It's fucking boring. It's boring stuff. But, nice. 3 headshots out Scout. Why can't I do that in real life?
Easy, Scout. Rainbows make me cry. Over.
Did you just child abuse your own son? What the fuck is wrong with you? This is gonna be very controversial because because I feel like a lot of you are gonna be like, no, this is the wrong fucking config to use. What the hell is wrong with you, Jacob? Why would you do this? I still use Chris's config. Chris's config is very old. I will admit that, but like, cause there are much better configs out there, like apparently, like master config cfg.tf is even pretty good, but I mean, those you can't just customize with one text document. Like, I'm old school, so I love to do that. So like Chris config you can still do that with. So like pretty much yeah, I use Chris's high frames config a little bit modified. So let's see, I do I literally just use the good connection settings because my internet's pretty good. I have an Ethernet cable, so like and I have pretty low ping to like near servers, so like I just use the lowest latency settings. So I'll just go over this a little bit. So like, because there's a lot of debate around what interp you should use and interp ratio, but like I would say undeniably CL CMD rate and CL update rate should both be 66 no matter what. Like you could, the max is 100 technically, but there's not really any servers that are higher than 66 ticks. That's what it means. So, and then there's CL interpolation. So this is basically an integer that the game will use to interpolate your ping. They will use to interpolate your the image, your view of the server. If you have very high interp, like the highest you can go, I think is like 0.5 or 5, jokingly. So like you can see that in a lot of face stat tutorials, and like so pretty much like you're half a sec. So the CL interp value is pretty much how many seconds you are behind the server. So 0.5 means you're half a second behind the server. And if you change it to 0, it will round up to 0.01515.2. And that's the lowest interp that TF2 will allow. The reason being is because the interpolation at its minimum must be the CL interp ratio, which its minimum is 1, and then over the CL update rate, which is generally 66. So like so I hear the math right here. 1 divided by 66, literally the exact number. So yeah, but like I will say, bad connection can work too if like literally just like the net settings just like say you know, like if you have a ping of less than 80, generally no such negligible choker loss. This is literally how I just had to edit this. Like you can pretty much be safe to do the good connection settings. But bad connection will make the interpolation rate a little bit higher, so that it will allow your game to make up for lost packets. And that's what interpolation does. It makes up for dropped packets. And now, if you have a really fast connection, you don't really need this. And anyways, you want the fastest response possible. So I recommend this if you have a good connection like I do. So and then I enable shadows. I think on default it disables shadows because probably because graphics makes it faster or something. But like I think shadows are very important in any FPS games. So like so I enable them, and then I like the facial features on because they just look weird with them off. Oh, another really important thing to mention is where is it? Where the hell is it? There it is. This right here, matte monitor gamut. You can delete this if you want, or just set it to whatever number you want it to. So by default, this will be on the config. By default it comes on 2.0. Gamma basically means how light or how dark the brightness of the screen is. So like 1.6 is the brightest it can go, and then I think and then 2.2 is the default, and then I don't know what. I mean, I don't know what the 2.6 is the darkest. Okay, so anyways, like but yeah, so that's pretty much like what this config has to offer. I will also warn you that this particular config does have a few out of date commands because it's 10 years old at this point. But like at the same time, the reason like I said before, the reason I use it is because you can literally customize everything in one text document, so it's super simple. Like that's why I don't care for other configs. Ooh, another thing too is that like I have a null canceling script that's not a part of Chris's config, so literally because TF2 is one of the few games where you want to be able to, like, for example, I'm holding down A and just tapping D because it prevents you from pressing two opposing directions. And then I think it's very important for a game like TF2 or Quake or any game that allows it. And then like Counter-Strike, you don't need it, and you can get banned for it, so don't do that. But like, and then on top of that, you see this little like stabby flashing crosshair that I have. So I kind of just made it for the video because I was like, hey, I used to have this all the time, and I want it again. So I went ahead and just did this. So like, first of all, so within my null canceling movement script, I can just do this. So first, so this did not have quotations on it before. So you want to put quotations around anything that has multiple commands, like in an alias or a bind. So like or else they won't work. W is bound to a green crosshair. S is bound to a yellow crosshair, A is bound to a turquoise crosshair, and then D is bound to a magenta crosshair. So basically, as I keep pressing the keys, it's gonna keep flashing, meaning that it's easy to see at all times. So it's pretty nice. It's not just a thing for spy. It's good for all classes, I would say. I think you can do it. I wonder if you can do it in Quake too. I never played Quake, so I don't know. But I know that you can do note canceling. I'm pretty sure. But anyways, so that just about does it for this video. If you guys, so I really hope this clears up some stuff about like some certain settings and just the fact that like TF2 is a very unoptimized game because it's old. So yeah. And I'll leave my configs and my settings in the description below. So if you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you want some more content like this. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you guys next time.